There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. My guest tonight has been entertaining us on screen for over 30 years. Please welcome back to The Late Show, the one, the only, the Keanu Reeves. Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you, man.
You know, I got to ask you. I want to get into your new book. I want to talk about some of your other projects, some of the potential stuff that's out there. But first, I got to ask you about something from earlier this year because I didn't even know that this could happen on this material plane to the man that we think of as Neo and John Wick. But you got an actual injury.
Oh, I had an ouchie.
To your left knee. To your left knee.
Oh, yeah.
What happened? Who got to you?
No one got to me, man. Accident got to me.
What accident?
Accident.
What? What were you doing? Were you like jumping from building to building? Were you doing a cartwheel past razor blades? What were you doing?
No, Stephen, I was walking in the dressing room, well, a house. Okay, I'll tell it quick. Okay, so I was in
Take all the time you want. It's after midnight.
No, it was the accident. So I was filming a scene with Aziz Ansari and Seth Rogen, and we were in a cold plunge.
A cold plunge?
In the cold plunge. And I was loving it. I was getting there, but then we finished the scene. And you know, like when you're cold, and you're like, you know, and I had a bathing suit and a towel.
Yeah.
You know, and you put it over and you do like the cold shuffle.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so I came around the bed in this room in a house. The bed.
Oh, the bed. You were in
a
bed.
Bedroom.
That had a cold plunge in it.
No, the cold plunge was outside.
So you've come inside and you're cold.
I'm cold, yes, but I'm like deep cold.
Got it.
Because it's a cold plunge.
I understand.
And I'm doing this cold shuffle in this room that had like, you know, protective carpets down. And then just here, there was like this little pocket. And my foot got caught in the pocket in the shuffle. And then I went, but then this didn't follow. And then in slow motion, I went falling. And I was like, my arms came out, but then my knee failed because it's got some stuff. And I spiked. Oh. Like, spiked.
Wow, just drove it into the ground.
And my patella kneecap cracked like a potato chip. But I didn't know that, but then once my knee was blowing up.
Wow, let me just guess here.
Comedy's hard, man.
That's what I was gonna ask. This was not an action film with Aziz and Rogen.
No, it was comedy.
Wow. Welcome to my life, man. It's not kung fu. It's kung foolish. Okay, so is that the worst damage you've ever taken? Is that the worst thing that's ever happened to you? Is that cracked kneecap? Because that sounds terrible.
No, the two-level fusion on my spine is probably a little bit.
Was that on a job or was that outside? It was extracurricular.
I mean, it's like another story. No.
It's all we do here is stories, but go ahead.
You're right, man.
Yeah, well, I mean, you don't have to tell the story.
No, but anyway, I had a thing.
Want.
It was actually just before starting the training of The Matrix. I had an accident.
Go on, yeah.
And I had, you know, I was like losing feeling and like I was kind of starting to fall in the shower. And I went to see this doctor and he was like, we need to do surgery right now. Wow. Because my spinal cord had been sausaged by pieces of my, inside my,
cervical.
Thank you.
Yes.
C5, 6, and C6, 7.
Wow.
So one was splintered, one was compressed and bulging.
How did you do it?
Well, I saw this amazing physician. He went in a knife. He cut out
how
some
did
bones.
you hurt yourself? How did it actually happen? How did you actually break that?
Man, there's so many things. Motorcycle accidents.
Do you still do the motorcycle? Still ride the bike?
Yeah, man, I love it.
So this and that doesn't work. You just You just go for
No,
both?
because during The Matrix, I had to wear a thing. I couldn't. They had to move the fights because it had to fuse, and then. But all's well that ends well.
Well, listen, you've done it all. You're a movie star, musician, and now you've co-authored a graphic novel, which we talked about, Berserker, when you were on
Yes.
here.
Yeah, thank you
Now
for
you've got yourself a new book, The Book of Elsewhere. Tell me a little bit about The Book of Elsewhere and your collaborator, China Miéville.
Yes.
Miéville.
Yeah, it's China. China, you're here today.
China,
aren't you?
there's China right there.
Oh my gosh. So. Stephen, I'm gonna cry, man, because we've been working on this for years, and this was like a dream. I'm sorry, China, and he's with his partner, Season. Amazing. And it's like a reality, man. It's like it's coming out tomorrow, and I collaborated with China, and today's the first day I've actually ever seen it finished. I've read it a few times.
Yes.
I've read it like 5
That's
times.
profound. That's a profound
But
feeling.
it's like,
So what's the collaboration? How did you guys work together on this?
well, I did this graphic novel, and then one of the ideas was, can we take this character of Unite, Berserker, the world, and have other artists tell stories off of that kind of, let's call it playground.
So it's
or
in that
this
Berserker
world.
universe.
Yeah, and so I was asked, like, if you were going to do a novel based or inspired by Berserker, who would it be? And China is one of my favorite authors, and I said China Miéville, and everyone was like, China's a big deal. He's a big deal. And
So they were like, you can't get China.
you can get China. And I said, but let's try. And so we tried, and then we sent him, China said yes, thank you, sir. and so we started to collaborate, and we met in Berlin in, I think it was 2021. I was doing The Matrix, and he was working on another novel that he's been working on for like 20 years. But he took the meeting, and he came, and he was like, very serious. Had some questions for me about what it would be like to collaborate, and what did I want to, what could he bring? What did he want to? What couldn't he do? Like, how much could he play with the toy? Like, how much could he create? It's like, and I just had a couple of rules. Like, I wanted to keep the main character, kind of his biography, but other than that, just go for it. And then so we would meet, and then he did a draft. He showed me the draft. We gave some notes, some thoughts, and then another draft, and then certain passages along the way. And here we are.
We have to take a quick break, but right back with more Keanu Reeves, everybody. Stick around.